What's going on to you, Virgos? There's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website. You have all the ways to support me. Really appreciate it for all the people that came through. Keep coming through, so I can most definitely keep the channel going. And I do private tarot readings, birth chart readings. I help you learn how to do the tarot for yourself, just in case if you want to start learning. And I have books that are on Amazon as well. Go ahead and make sure to check those out. Buy it. So anyway, thank you. So for you Virgos, you have the Three of Wands, the Hermit, and the Eight of Cups. Of course, no Virgo reading would be complete unless it has the Hermit or the Magician or both, right? And it's no different. So for you Virgos, the Three of Wands represents this crossroads, right? That a lot of you have had to come to fairly recently, if not you're already on it currently, where a lot of you Virgos are very much so thinking about, well, where's your next step going to be when it comes to love, right? The Hermit and the Eight of Cups represents a lot of you Virgos currently right now. A lot of you are very much so doing some soul searching, in a sense of a lot of you are having a dark night of the soul. Should I say that? I'll say it. So a lot of you Virgos are ultimately looking at it like you really do have to create your own value from being happy, not being in a relationship first. Because there's far too many dysfunctional people who disappoint you. And that's something that a lot of you Virgos pull from the opposite polarity in Pisces, the disappointment, right? The disappointment. The idea that a lot of you get disappointed because a lot of you Virgos, when your mind and your heart are in the correct place, y'all treat people with real respect. You're not worshiping them, but you're not worshiping them, right? Because that's one thing a lot of people end up mistaking, right? I'm a Virgo myself. People think that you worship them. Yeah, a Virgo can do that only if a Virgo hasn't had enough experiences and if they haven't learned their lessons. But a Virgo, when their mind and their heart are in the correct place, they don't worship anybody. But at the same time, they respect highly. There's a difference. They respect highly, or they some of the realest people in the world, because a Virgo thinks from the perspective of consideration, right? When they have your back, they're looking at it like, what would a person want me to do, right? Like, what would be the wisest decision in this situation? When it comes to relationships for you Virgos, a person wants a ride or unalive, right? If you catch my drift. A person that's going to ride through the struggles with you. But when you Virgos do that, or you try to do that, a lot of people end up not very much so appreciating it. So it's like, okay, but then now when you Virgos are like, okay, can't do it, right? You put on your glasses, your shades, right? Because now that's your spiritual shielding. A lot of you are like, okay, you start getting on your player type stuff. Now all of a sudden it's, oh, well, you a player and all this other type of stuff. And it's like, y'all, it's like they be doing it to themselves is what it is. Because you Virgos will be there, loyal, but you have a lot of stupid people who want to play a lot of stupid games. So they win stupid prizes. Because once again, and I've talked about this many a time, Virgo, it's the confusion. It's the confusion. They're on the short yellow bus, and it's showing itself when they come around you. They're cool with you, you're getting to know them, and you're doing something that any decent person would do. You see value in the relationship. You see whatever connection you have with you and this person. You see value in it. So you want to stick by this person. And what is this goofy individual doing? They're doing everything that they can to essentially destroy the connection that the two of you have. For what reason? And it just goes to show you the stupidity of it all. So then you have the Eight of Swords and the Death card, which represents you Virgos. You see that for what it is. And the Eight of Swords and the Death card ultimately represents, in this reading, yeah, a lot of you Virgos are very much so let's just say that people are not going to be able to step to you in the sense of trying to get you to save them. Because that's another thing too, right? There's way too many people. There's way too many people. Come here, yo. Come here. Come here. Come here. There's way too many people who want you to save them and look at you like a savior and expect you to save them. Do all the saving stuff and look out for them after they treated you like dirt. Right? After they treated you like dirt. Makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And then now it's the situation where, okay, they doing that, right? They doing all that goofy stuff, right? But now when, like I said, now when you Virgos turn cold, because Mercury changes temperature and so does your temperament, now all of a sudden they can't handle that. And honestly, it looks like a lot of other people in currently and in your future is not going to be able to handle it. You know why? Because I'm seeing that a lot of you Virgos have some people around right now who can't handle the fact that, again, they're doing it to themselves. You Virgos are just surfers. You know, they're contributing to their own dysfunction, and you Virgos are riding the wave for whatever it is, in the sense that they're coming to you with the confusion and the foolishness and the stupidity, and you Virgos are allowing them to stand on business. So if they say that they don't like you, or you Virgos find that they're wasting your time, you Virgos are allowing them to waste their own time. And a lot of y'all are just going to go on about your business and don't even really talk to them. Don't really have any kind of interaction with them really like that. If you see them around and they say what up, you'll give a friendly what's up and all of this. But they will have to know, they will have to live knowing that they lost, And a lot of you Virgos have probably, right, when your mind and your heart are in the correct place, a lot of you Virgos have probably caught a lot of people slipping like that. I know I have. You've probably caught a lot of people slipping. And what I mean when I say slipping, I mean from the idea of they friend zone you, you're a dork, you're this, you're that. They treat you however it is that they treat you. And you Virgos don't get upset. Which brings me to my next card, the Five of Wands. You Virgos don't get upset. Y'all don't take it like an ego challenge, because that's part of the reason why it is that people who are not really serious and they're dysfunctional and their mind is all over the place, they want you to get upset so that you could start getting into the dysfunctional nonsense with them. And when it's, you know what I mean? It's like basketball, like those and one games, how it is that they make a lot of people look ridiculous, right? And the reason why is because when they running, dribbling the ball, and then they go to a sudden stop, or they change direction, they may not necessarily come to a stop, or they change direction in the other, right, the other way. They change direction. They go the opposite direction, and then the person is so like moving forward, they're so heavy on the front foot to the point where they lose their balance and they slip. That's how it is. Meaning that for you Virgos, you watch a lot of people really, really embarrass themselves based upon them wanting to play this stupid game, whatever it is, trying to make you upset, trying to get your ego involved, trying to get them. And you Virgos, y'all learn because y'all are humble, and y'all learn what humility is at a very young age, because it's, you know what I mean? Because your surroundings ripped your ego out at a very young age. So you grew up learning how to carry yourself with a certain level of grace, and without having to be the one that's always out there on Front Street, as to where other people didn't. And what happens? Like basketball, they slip and they fall down because you Virgos don't play the game, and y'all just allow them to make an idiot out of themselves. They'll go ahead, they'll ding or whatnot, then you'll get back to your lives, and it's way more than what people think it is. And it's like they look stupid for it now because they spent so much time playing, right? So then the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Wands is about how the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Wands, both of these is about you. It's about that life that a lot of you Virgos live. A lot of you Virgos live very modestly, in the sense that, again, a lot of y'all are understated. Virgo is the zodiac sign of understatement. It's the zodiac sign of being like incognito, so to speak. Yeah, that's the perfect word. Incognito. Being low key. You know what I mean? Being low key, being understated, right? Not having to put themselves out there, right? To showboat or to get recognition from others. And a lot of people, again, they make fool out of them. I ain't gonna say fools. They make idiots out of themselves. So I just see the Queen of Cups and the Eight of Wands represents, and this is what gets a lot of people upset too. It's the idea that you, and a lot of you Virgos are doing it to people right now. You are allowing a lot of people to make absolute idiots out of themselves by doing whatever it is that they're doing. And you're like, okay, I'll take a step back, right? Changing that direction. And you Virgos are interested in talking to people that want to talk back, that want to get to know you back. And the Judgment in the Ten of Cups represents here, here they are, the Judgment represents here they are trying to, be upset with you and trying to come up with all types of stupid reasons, right? People who play games trying to come up with all types of stupid reasons to dislike you and not really want to hang out with you. But here's the thing. The Ten of Cups represents you Virgos not even worrying about that, because you're trying to get to this. You're trying to get to that real understanding where you found your other half. So once again, a lot of those people are playing themselves. Let's clarify the Eight of Swords. Let's clarify the Eight of Swords. You have the Eight of Pentacles, no, excuse me, the Seven of Pentacles to clarify the Eight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, the Magician. No Virgo reading is equipped without the Hermit or the Magician, or both. The Five of Wands and the Three of Pentacles to clarify the Eight of Swords, which means that, again, the Eight of Swords and the Knight of Swords, right? The Magician. The Magician represents, they think that they can outmaneuver you, right? Pull a rabbit out of their hat better than you. But what they don't understand is you Virgos wrote the book on pulling rabbits out of a hat. So when they play games and they do all this stupid stuff, a lot of you Virgos are very much so aware. And the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords represents, you're seeing that yet again, them doing all of this, their value is lowered, despite how it is that they're acting. Because the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords represents, they never expected you Virgos to be this smart. They never expected you. They expected you to be naive. They expected you to be inexperienced. They expected you to be stupid. They expected you to not really, not understand the capacity for people playing mind games, and they don't understand that. They didn't understand that you Virgos are way more aware than what it is that you let on. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. Virgos is a zodiac sign where, just like Pisces, because you're pulling from the opposite polarity of one another, people think that Virgos and Pisces are stupid. Now, I don't know how they come up with this assessment, but they think that Virgos and Pisces are stupid, right? Because of the way that, we carry ourselves and stuff like this. Now, even the way that we carry ourselves, I don't know how they come to this conclusion, but they try their hand. And, when us minds and hearts are in the correct place, when us Virgos' minds and hearts are in the correct place, they get embarrassed, because that's not how it actually plays itself out. So now, right? So now now they find themselves in a situation where they realize that the tides are turning, so to speak, right? To clarify the Eight of Swords, they realize that the tides are turning, in the sense that they expected you Virgos to be doing all of this work, trying to get to know them. And then now they see how it is that you're not wild, and now you're nonchalant, you're not tripping out over it, you just doing your own thing. They can't handle that fact. Now, and they realize, you're going to have them jumping through hoops because they played these games, and that they play games, right? So now it's like the only thing that they could do is they got to call it a draw. And what I mean by that is, now it's like, okay, well, I just can't talk to you. We got to disband it, right? I got to call it a draw and not really play this game, because I may end up losing. And the Five of Wands now and the Three of Pentacles is all about how, it just really, the Five of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, Virgo, really speaks to how sad a lot of things are, because once again, the confusion, they be doing it to themselves. The confusion is a real thing. The confusion is real. They try so hard, and it usually backfires on them, because for whatever reason, I keep telling y'all, Virgos are the smartest zodiac sign. For whatever reason, they think, okay, well, I can play you and do this and do that and do this and do that. And and it goes to show you how slow a lot of them really are. What happens when you Virgos do get played? You learn from your mistakes, and you make it harder for people to run that same game now. So it's like, what is it that they say? They say that, what is it that they say when it comes to like the MMA game or the fight game? They say that when you do certain things so much, a real good fighter is going to be able to pick up on what it is that you're doing in the middle of the fight, and they're going to be able to actually make the proper adjustments to beat the stuff or the things that you keep doing. So in other words, that's what it is that you Virgos are doing. And once again, a lot of people can't handle that, because now the Five of Wands and the Three of Pentacles just represents, they just gotta, like I said, they gotta call it a draw. And what I mean when I say calling it a draw, I mean they have to like befriend you. They have to friend you and ghost, or they have to ghost. Because they can't take that L, because they see the writing on the wall that they are about to take an L. Take a L, because they see that a lot of you Virgos are not as tied up in them as much as they wanted you to be, right? And it's not that you Virgos don't like them. Truth be told, you were trying to actually keep an open mind and give them a chance. But the problem is yes, you Virgos do like them. You may like them, right? The people that are around you now. But you're not a punk, in the sense that once you started to see how caught up they tried to make you. Once again, a lot of you Virgos are equipped to deal with that type of stuff. So to clarify the Death card, we have the Sun, we have the Nine of Wands, we have the Ten of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and last but not least, we have the Six of Pentacles. So this is exactly what it is I'm talking about. The Sun and the Nine of Wands represents you Virgos are not allowing anybody to step on your toes, to make you feel down, to try to get you to feel a certain kind of way. And once again, Virgo, this is what I mean when I say they have to call it a draw. They have to ghost. They have to befriend you. They have to just leave you alone. The people who are on some dysfunctional stuff, they just have to leave you alone. They can't meddle with you. They know that they are about to take an L, because where you Virgos can take it, where you could, and I hope you two don't hit me for this, but you could bury that. A lot of people can't, but y'all are ruled by Mercury. So Mercury represents having Mercury, right? Like Mercury borns, Gemini and Virgo, deals with the heartbreak so much to the point where there's to the point where their compassion is really like a switch that they could switch on and off, in a sense that they've dealt with the confusion and the BS and the stupidity of others so much. People judging them, not knowing what they're talking about, playing all these games, giving them a hard time, doing all the stupid stuff, being entertained by Virgos' discomfort and pain, to the point where the Virgos have developed how to be, like Gemini's developed how to be cold. So it's like a switch, like, oh, okay, you want to play this game? Okay, I could switch this thing off too. And a lot of people don't expect you to be that cold, right? Like I was talking about. So the Ten of Swords now and the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles represents, and this right here is the thing that what makes a lot of people look stupid the most, because you Virgos are going to go and hang out with the people that do give you the most feedback, that do have your back the most, that do end up interacting with you the best, like family, like friends, like people that you're trying to get to know romantically, that can hold a conversation. And those people are wealthy. They're wealthy, not just talking about finances. Yes, finances have something to do with it, but they are very much so wealthy. So a lot of people end up missing out. Anyway, comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video, smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.